We are back with Dale Folwell, the North Carolina State Treasurer, and he's taking your questions about getting your unclaimed cash or any question you might have for the Treasury Department. All right, so this person is asking, how do you claim for a deceased spouse?
That's a fantastic question. People who have passed away, it's obviously a little more cumbersome, but if you'll just go to claim on the NC Cash website, it'll walk you through the process and kind of get to the bottom. But if you are, especially if you are a joint tenant with right of survivorship, it should be a lot easier.
Okay, and I'm going to do a follow-up question because this one just came in. It says, can I collect money from my father who has been deceased for 20 years? That might take a few more documents and a little more wrangling.
It will, and it goes back to maybe another question you might get about why does it say over $50? The clerk of courts of North Carolina require that estates be open if money is coming into it from nccash.com that you were unaware of, and obviously there's a cost to opening up an estate. So if there's only $53 sitting there, in your case $20, it's not really worth opening an estate. But if you find that there's some life insurance proceeds of, lots and lots of money, it'd be worth to reopen the estate and file the claim.
All right, so we do want to make it clear that if someone has been deceased and it's not like a spouse, it's a father or mother or somebody like that, you probably have to reopen the estate and only do that if it is a good amount of money. That's correct. Okay. All right, so this next question is, I found my name. What does it mean when it says greater than $50 on the website?
That's a fantastic question from your viewer. The reason is this is public record. There's $900 million sitting here, and there's 18 million records, so twice as many records as there are citizens. The reason that we say over $50 is that there are property finders out there, as you mentioned earlier, that try to charge you 20% commission to get your money to you where we don't charge you anything. So that's why we say over $50. And so you just need to go in and file your claim and it will tell you the exact amount.
Aha. And so you're trying to keep that from the third party people of finding that out. I see. Okay.
We're actually trying to protect the citizens who may have something at NC Cash. Our goal is to get people money back into the hands of the rightful owners. And anytime you're paying a 20% commission when you didn't have to pay anything, we're in favor of them not paying anything.
Okay. And again, there are third parties who that is their business and it's legal for them to do that and they will charge you a fee. We want to make sure that if you want to get your money for free with no fee whatsoever, you go straight to nccash.com. All right. This person is asking, and maybe they missed it in the first segment, why would someone have unclaimed cash?
Fantastic question. It's where somebody tried to mail you a check, generally speaking, or some type of security where it did not either get delivered to you through the mail or is a check that you didn't cash. It could be a rent deposit. In your case, where you may have overpaid a copay on a medical bill. It could be a small bank account that somebody opened for you as a child. The last paycheck, where they were mailing the last paycheck to you, but you moved before it got mailed. It could be a deposit from a tuition from a university. There are all kinds of ways of how things get into nccash.com. We are breaking all records in terms of getting money back to people, but we're also breaking all records in terms of collecting this money, especially from financial institutions and insurance companies. Some of those insurance companies, it's not a shock, may have wanted to hold on to that money and not send it to us.
Okay, really quick, I just have 30 seconds. Some people want to know, will the money go away at some point? Is there an expiration?
The money stays there forever, and the General Assembly uses about $50 million a year for certain types of veteran scholarships, but there's nearly $1 billion sitting at nccash.com. No charge to look your name up and no charge to make your claim.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. I know you've been on the road delivering lots of checks for unclaimed cash. Folks at home, if you missed any of this, you can find it on our website in the Who Wants to Know section, including the link that goes directly to nccash.com.